Hello and welcome to another Scrubcast with me, Emmy. This time we got a beautiful game for you from Korea. This one is between SangHo and SlayerSBoxER, so let's get it going. And here we go. So, Red Protoss, that is SangHo, at the roughly 9 o'clock position, and as the Blue Terran SlayerSBoxER, the legend, at the roughly 3 o'clock position. And as we're going to see, usual, probably standard openings. This one, I believe, was from the GSL Season 3 qualifiers. And this was Game 1. Hopefully we'll be able to bring you Game 2 and 3 as well. As these weren't casted in English, you can watch them casted in, I believe, Korean by Jizado, who casted about 50 matches from the qualifiers. So I got this one off sc2rep.com. If you'd like to watch it yourself, feel free to go and download it from there. Support the community, support these sites, they do wonderful work. As you see, I'm going to go for a 12 gateway. And then go out for the scout, as we see Iraq's going down on 12 for SlayerSBoxER. Gonna actually try and see if I can find some Foxer replays as well, because I love watching Foxer play. He's now with Prime, I believe. Was gonna apparently call himself Optimus Prime. That would have been legendary, but he's stuck with Boxer, so he's now Boxer Prime. So we no longer have Boxer and Foxer, although I'm sure he's going to be called Boxer Prime, more likely by the foreign audience. Foreign as in to say English speaking, or German speaking, or French speaking. Anyone who isn't a Korean, they're foreigners. So as we see the probe now, just getting in to Boxer's base. Going to take a nice look around. He's not going to see anything but Iraq's. As now, second depot going down a little bit later than usual for Boxer. They normally get that one down way before the orbital command finishes. But now, SlayerSBoxER gonna be coming in with his probe SCV. Gonna be taking a look around, just checking there's no Stargate shenanigans being hidden down the bottom. That's where a Stargate gets hidden a lot. A lot of hidden tech gets put down here. You see this. Coming back down, he's going to see the pylon going down. I'm going, I wonder what that pylon's there for. Probably just for vision, but you do get a lot of hidden tech put down here. Much like in the Terran base, you do get a lot of hidden tech put up around here. As we see command center going down around 22. So 1 Rax, fast expand for SlayerSBoxER, as his probe's going to finally come out of the main. Run away from that zealot. As warp gates being chrono boosted by SangHo. Orbital command about halfway down now. Second Rax down where the tech lab is. Third Rax going down as well, and a reactor going on to the original Rax. Moving out now, 2 Reams, 1 Rauder. Boxer does like his very, very early pressure play, where he comes out with just a few units. Scares you a little bit. Sentries at the top of the ramp here, so sentries normally means he's going to be going for something a little bit more unusual. See a second gateway. Looks pretty standard right now. Very sentry heavy. Usually indicates some form of sneaky play. Something going to try and wants to be very defensive. Going to use the force fields to wall off here. Obviously going to go for an expansion then. By the looks of this probe, nothing else much. Just the observer coming out now. This second orbital command is up and running. Mules are coming. As his main is quite nicely saturated now. He's got 16 roughly on the 15 on the patches. Only one gas up so far. Doesn't need a lot of gas though. He's going for lots and lots and lots of Marines. With Stim, he's now getting a factory as well. And you can see he's running off one geyser at the moment. He's got 200 in the bank. Full gas. As this observer slowly making its way over. Expansion about halfway done. And an Immortal on its way out now as well. See 2 Zealots. And not a lot, much else has changed over here really. Just getting this expansion up. Second Observer over here. Obviously worried perhaps about Banshees. But the Observer's right in here now. Seen everything. So just look at his vision. He's now seen pretty much everything that's going on up in this base. And SlayerSBoxER still has no clue about this expansion and about this second gateway. He's probably going to be guessing something though. As they're now running off 4 gas for our Protoss buddy SangHo, and just the 2 for SlayerSBoxER so far, swapping out the factory with the star part to get the reactor. Still on 3 racks, pumping out some Marauders now. So we see 1 observer here, and 1 observer back here. Wants to get as much vision as he can of the Terran base. As the Terran begins to move out, SlayerSBoxER going out with a nice Marine Marauder force. Going to go take the rocks down at the Gold Expo. Gearing up to take his 3rd already. That's 75 food. Looks like he is saving up. Is he going to plant it down soon? Saw a bunch of money go all at once. But I do not see a command center. Now this SCV going to get some great scouting information. Going to see that there's not really much here to defend at the moment. Maybe that'll be his cue to move out, because there really isn't a lot there at the moment. He's still running off 2 gateways and the starports. I haven't been looking at the production tab. Phoenix is coming out. Those Phoenixes really not really all that good against Terrans. Yeah, they're fast, yeah, they can shoot on the move, but Marines with Stim annihilate them. And if he's clever, he'll keep these 2 Vikings with the rest of his forces, and those Phoenixes will basically be for nothing. Got 1 Colossus out now, so just look at the units tab. 1 Immortal, 3 Zealots, 1 Colossus, 2 Phoenix, and 4 Sentries to 10 Marauders, 20 Marines, couple of Medivacs, and some now 4 Vikings. And SlayerSBoxER moving out into the middle of the field, just taking out a probe there, I believe. And this is a huge force in comparison. If we just look at the difference, they're about equal on food and about equal on probe count, but this army doesn't look quite so scary as this massive Marine Marauder ball here. But he's still not moving out. Just poking forward, coming back, poking forward, coming back. We now see 4 Phoenixes on. Extended Thermal Lance on the way, and Protoss, I assume that's Protoss ranged weapons, as I can't read it. Terran Infantry weapons level 1, and the 3rd base is up. Full SlayerSBoxER now. Go back to the units tab. You see, there's just, when I say 7 Zealots, 1 Immortal, 2 Colossus, 4 Sentries, which is essentially all he's got, because these Phoenixes, I can't see him doing all that much, especially with the superior Viking count. Against 22 Marines and 12 Marauders. 12 Marauders and 8 Vikings are going to rip through those Colossus in no time. That Immortal is going to probably do quite a lot of good damage, but there's not really much else. I'm going to hope the Zealots have leg speed, but I don't see a Twilight Council anywhere, so with Concussive Shell, those Zealots are not really going to be much use to him. He is starting to get the Colossus count up though, SlayerSBoxER really could move out here and kill him, obviously, but the third base going up now for SangHo. As we see, just look at this spread. Just making sure his units are all nicely spread out. And all those Vikings, I mean, they're just going to rip through the very, very fast moving but not so fast attacking Phoenixes. As you see, maybe SlayerSBoxER now maybe looking to take a fourth soon, perhaps. You see it? His SimStarcraft base here, he's now got 2 starports up, both pumping out Vikings, as now he's moving out with his big force, and just look how quickly that Zealot went down. Nothing, it's going to lose this third before it even goes up. As we see the Phoenixes now going to come in. And Phoenix is doing quite well so far. Obviously, being able to move and shoot, they have just ripped through them. I really didn't see that happening. But that is mainly because the Marines were running away from the Colossus the whole time. So, you know, if they weren't running away, and now these going to go into his mineral line, going to start picking up SCVs. We now see a Ghost Academy going down. SCVs going everywhere, just dying everywhere. That is pretty much every SCV in the main, now down. We see more Vikings coming out, so these Phoenixes in such large numbers, obviously very good. I have never seen Phoenixes in this kind of numbers before. I didn't realise just how good they were when massed up. They, with that amazing micro that he did against the Vikings as well, making the Vikings keep turning around all the time, not being able to get shots off, was beautiful to watch. Very well controlled. Yeah, if we just look at the army sizes, SlayerSBoxER now 40 behind. That's a huge difference. He was ahead for most of the game. He's now 40 supply behind. But look at income. Way down in income as well because of the loss of all those SCVs. We now see these Colossus at the back just raining pain down. But the Marauders do last quite a while longer. He's trying to take out the ground forces, just not working. I think this is pretty much over at this point now. We just look at the difference in supply, 63 to 140. That's 80 supply difference. There's not really going to be much he can do right now. Going to try and pump Marauders out of all these Raxes, but just I don't think he's going to be able to do it. And there's